Kamehameha!
48 months.
What up and welcome to the stream. I don't know why I like doing that. Oh my goodness. Oh, what's up everybody? How's everybody doing today? Sunday. Today's Sunday. Today was, I guess, a little bit of a chillax Sunday for me, I guess you could say. Kind of, sort of, maybe. A little bit more of a chillax. I woke up kind of late, so that was kind of where the chillax was. And then I had to write a bunch of essays. I'm still actually writing essays. Actually, now that I think about it, I'm still writing my essays. Actually, I got essays to write. I'm writing an essay right now. It's an annotated bibliography, essentially. And what I'm doing is I'm writing an essay about how the United States can actually benefit. Why is it like disconnecting? It's like having issues right now. Are you having issues? Is it because of the fan? Maybe the fan's making it weird. I got a fan on up there. As you guys can see, the flag is blowing. And it sounds weird in my head, so I don't know if you guys are hearing that too. It just sounds weird to me. But anyways. It was cold and rainy. It's been hot. It's been warm. I've got the AC on. I've got the fan going, right? Just to kind of get some air flowing through here. Let me maybe move my fan. Let me adjust it real quick. Because I think that's creating some weirdness with the stuff and things. Okay. I just unplugged it. I didn't really want to move it, honestly. After I looked at it, I remember I had it like sitting like perfectly, like in case I'm like sitting here and I'm like getting warm. So I just cranked the AC. Just turn the AC up. That'll work. That'll solve the issues, I hope. All right, what's going on, everybody? Welcome. We got a womp womp with the nope. Good evening, says B. What's going on, B? MLG, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. Appreciate you stopping by. B says she's doing fine. MLG's doing good. That's awesome. Happy Sunday, by the way. It was cold and rainy. Well, that doesn't sound too grand, but I guess it's fine, right, B? It was only 48 most of the day. Well, that sounds like a great time in California, if you ask me. That's awesome. I don't think it's ever really gotten that. I mean, it gets cold. It gets down to what? Usually it's like it doesn't get down to like the 30s until like winter time. Then it's usually at night only. What's going on, Ajax? Welcome to the stream. You know, I'm gonna start calling you and Polly like Polyjax. Polly made a comment on my YouTube video saying, "You guys, you always getting me mixed up with it," you know. And I was like, you know what? Let's just start calling you two Polyjacks. And there won't be no problems if I do that, right? Let me see. Let me make sure I got my window. Nope, I don't have my game up. Let me get my game up. Ajax is like, villager sounds. Villager sounds. Let's see. Come on. Oh, there's a update. There's an update? Is it a minor update? 1.7.2 7201? Oh, 1.7.3. Okay. I'm assuming the server doesn't need an update for that one, huh? Because it's still the 1.7.2. 1.2.7, should I say. Just the 7.2 and now it's 7.3. Usually something like that. It's a minor update, essentially. What that kind of comes down to. Whoops. Wrong screen. There we go. My mouse. Loading. Resource pack. Anyways, how's everybody? How's your week going so far, Ajax? Do you have essays to write? I have an essay to write. So yeah, I'm doing an annotated bibliography on my essay. It's my English essay. Download and join, huh? It's my English essay. And what I'm writing about is why the United States and Cuba should potentially, like, why the embargo should be lifted from Cuba. Why I think that should be. I think it really should be. I think they should lift it. Right? My standpoint, not, okay. I mean, honestly, to some extent, this is kind of just going for the grade. Okay, I'm just going for the grade. Okay, I'm just going for the essay, the grade, just doing it for the grade. Okay. I don't think that actually would happen, or this would actually happen. I mean, hey, who knows? Maybe I'm wrong, right? But essentially, the standpoint that I'm gonna present in this essay is Nope's gonna create lag because he's got both of his accounts on. Now, so the standpoint that I'm kind of creating is if the United States lifts the embargo from the Cuban government, it could potentially gain the government what it is asking for, which is for the Cuban government to become more democratic. I was gonna go check him out, Mr. Nope. What it could do is so the United States wants Cuba to become a democracy, essentially, which is not necessarily going to happen, not in the way that they're trying to do it. They're trying to make the Cuban government do it by force, in a sense. So that's not necessarily going to happen unless, I think, my theory, my standpoint, is that if they actually release and let this embargo, lift the embargo, right? So think about it like this. This is my concept. If there's actually been more and more protests in Cuba, and protests in Cuba are actually illegal. Isn't it over here? No, it's over here. Protests in Cuba are actually illegal. That's illegal because they're a communist country. They're a socialist country. Even though Castro kind of says, hey, I'm not really a communist, but that's what we're going to go with because that's how the world operates. Nonetheless, you've had 2 deaths. Nonetheless, I don't see no critters. Nonetheless, what I think is going to happen, because the people that are creating these protests, they don't want to be a communist country. They want change. Okay, the people do. Right? And even though Raul, the new Fidel Castro's brother, didn't work when we tried it with China, so I didn't think it would work. No, and it's not working. And that was the point. That's what Obama had basically said. This ain't working. Right? 2008, 2009, he was like, hey, this ain't working. Punishing them like this isn't getting what we want, so we need to do something different. So why not make peace, essentially, and try to make progress that way, right? Kind of give the people more opportunities for change instead of restricting them by not... think about it. I mean, I just don't understand how restricting people... Whoa, B's building a church. Nice. Right? it isolate people. You isolate people on an island by themselves. What do they have to do other than to rely upon each other to be able to survive? And that's essentially what happens and makes a socialist country or a socialist group or a communist group, because it's being forced for them to become that way. Honestly, in my opinion, that's the way I see it. But if you give people more options and you give people kind of more liberty, if you will, right? The freedoms of choice, right? To do something more, do something different, then wouldn't they not then say, hey, we could do something better by giving us more choice, right? We the people, kind of a thing, right? That's the idea of a democracy. I presume, right? Kind of for the most part that I understand it. Is it supposed to be like everyone in the masses, like your voice matters, essentially? And in a Republican, it's your voice matters, but you got to have somebody represent what your voice means to calm the crowds, I suppose. What is with the water here? Interesting. Is it like a sewer? Is this like, dude, that would be interesting, right? You can make some sewers with these things. Anyhow, so that's my standpoint, is release the embargo so that way the United States can get what they want out of the Cuban government. Now, what also would result from that, and how that would end up resulting, and this is just, again, this is my opinion. Strolls right past my builds. Didn't notice my library. Your library? This one. Oh, that's the one that you put on Discord, right? That's a Republican, not a democracy, right? No. So okay. So hold on. Let me just. It's what's in. So democracy is kind of like what is important by the majority, and then the republic is representation. It's like Republican, it's representation, right? Everybody gets together and says, hey, this is what we want to do, and so we elect somebody to represent that aspect, right? Something like that. I don't know. Politics are confusing to me. I don't like politics. I'm just gonna say it straight up to you guys. I don't like politics. I don't like politics. Why? Because it's all like, I don't know. I just feel like we all want the same thing. Honestly. That's why I don't like politics. Linoleum floors be. I read that and I was just laughing. Cause yeah. The linoleum floors. Man. Yeah, show your age was, I think, what you said. Man, some of these bookshelves are empty. You need some more books, B? You need some books? We can hook you up with some books. Your books are looking a little scarce. Maybe if you had more books laying around, like, I would understand, like, hey, maybe because they're out and about, but your bookshelves are looking kind of empty. I think we need to donate. B's library is a little scared. I've been fishing. Cuban. Heck yeah. What's going on, Scrub? We're talking about politics. Not really. Not in that sense. In the sense of like what it pertains to my essay that I'm trying to write. So you could have, they didn't have to be in the ground, B. Although I guess that's how the grass spreads the best, is if it's like that. But I mean, aesthetically, this just kind of looks strange to me. Anyways. So, if the embargo is lifted, right, it would potentially give people more voice, right? The people of the country of Cuba more voice. And then what it would also do, I believe, is, or what the reason why it would do that, sorry, let me back up. So, just a hair. The reason why it would give the people more voice is because there would be more economic opportunities to be gained, right? So, the United States there's actually some trade that happens within Cuba. But it's highly restricted thanks to the sanctions from the embargo itself as well. But if we lifted that and allowed like more transportation, a lot more travel, right? People to actually fly from the United States to Cuba. Think about like the economic change that can happen between Cuba and the United States, right? That would end up start bringing things together. And if things are then brought together, think about the potential trades that can happen with Cuba and the United States, as well as the influence of the United States with the people. So therefore we could have change, or there could be change, right? So it benefits both sides economically, and politically. Ajax says we have tried that with other countries, and yeah, it has never worked. Well, I think it's a little different because it's Cuba, right? I mean, you could argue and say, yeah, it doesn't work because, you know, it didn't work with Puerto Rico. You know, Puerto Rico is very unhappy with the way the United States government has done things. But I think it could be changed. And again, maybe not fully 100%. Would it go the way that I'm theorizing in my head and then on paper? But, you know, it could. It could. It very well could. The fact that it could is, I think, maybe worth enough of worth enough of a reason to potentially try. I don't know. Nope said he's working on something. I don't know what. You're not the farm over there. That looks the same. What are you talking about? How about those Mets? Says Rotten. Again, this is just for a paper. This is just for an essay. I really wanted to write it on something else, but kind of starting to do some research in it, and then. Oh, okay. To look at, anyways, I've been doing some research on it, and I was trying to figure out how I wanted to write this essay for an annotated bibliography. Like, what did I want to know more about, essentially, is what my professor said. One thing that you might be curious about, I said, you know what, I have never really did a deep dive into the Cuban history and, like, kind of what caused whatever is being caused now, right, with the embargo and or the lack thereof, should I say, or, sorry, not lack thereof, but, like, why did we try to do this change with Obama? Why did Obama say, hey, this needed to be changed, right? And then all of a sudden it stopped, right? That's what I wanted to look more into. That was my question as to why. But my professor says you have to answer a question of, you have to not only just answer the question as to why, or what, like, as to why this is, in a sense, curious for you, but also you have to answer the question of why is it important to know, and how does it benefit us in the future? And I'm like, okay, well, that just added in a whole bunch of stuff other than just being curious about something. So yeah, so I had to paint this why I think it could be beneficial. Again, the president had started it once before, so why not? Why did it not proceed? What was the biggest problem? So I don't know. You are assuming a morality similar to our country, but Cuba, so different values. Womp Womp says Rotten. Yeah, they do have different values. But nobody said you had to. I don't have permissions. What? This is my world. Oh, I typed it in wrong. That's why. Whoa. This looks interesting. It still looks, you know, it still has a weird shape to it. Nope, I'm just saying. But I like the colors. You know, curious note. I'm just curious note. I understand the concept in which you are just running things, right? Like, that's just the way it kind of happened. Raz joined. Nice. But I am curious, like, could you not, like, potentially just make this line run across this way? Or would it still end up looking weird by doing that? I don't know. I'm just curious. Just throwing it out there. It'll be covered up, LOL. I'm assuming that's what it means. I'm assuming that's what DW means. Definite womps? Is that what it means? Interesting. This is like the same old design. Don't the characters like fall out sometimes? The come to the AFK spot. Is it gonna come with better instructions than last season? Because last season when you built this thing, it was like not very useful. Or it was, but it always broke, I think you said. So the problem with these two is like having to reset the tridents. Like, unless somebody's online. There's fish in here that are getting stuck. That's annoying. That's what I don't like. Nobody, like, in order for somebody else to use it, You have to go and throw all the tridents. It's a dual type. I don't know what that means. I'm curious, actually, if I just threw my trident down here, right? Let's say I bring my own tridents, right? And I throw all my tridents down. Would they potentially stay? So if each player threw their own tridents, right? They could then come in here and like gain XP. Would that work? I mean, that would be a lot of. It would mess it up if you had that many tridents. I'm like, imagine each player having their own trident here. Right? Like, would it then work? No. Have you tried it? You would have to make a trident feed tape. Okay. You say so. Anyhow. What is this? This is an item collection system? There's a Raz up here. Isn't that like the best noise in Minecraft? Isn't that like the best thing? It's like your favorite thing to listen to, isn't it? Everybody just loves that sound of I actually say that sarcastically, but still. But yeah, so that's you look, right? It could help, and it could help. This again, this is all part of my essay. It's all part of my like essay. It could help the economy. You see the air quotes. Okay, could help. It could help the economy in the United States. Could. Okay. Or actually not quotes, but it should be in a little asterisk. It could help the United States and the United States economy. Asterisk. There definitely needs to be an asterisk on that statement. And then it could potentially help make progress in the country and become more democratic. That's just, I don't know. Sorry, I strongly disagree with you, but you're still my friend. That's okay. That's okay, Ajax. Again, I mean, if I didn't only have like a couple of days to kind of get this written down, I would probably do something way better, honestly. But this is just something that I'm trying to do. It's for a grade. It's for, this and that. I would probably come up with a different standpoint, but because it was like so narrow-minded, I think, in my opinion, right? I really just wanted to kind of give more information out. This is what I told my professor. I was like, I really wanted to just kind of talk about like what life was maybe about in and why essentially my grandmother left Cuba and came here. Like, what was life like, and why did she make that decision, right? From like a different perspective, rather than just asking her. Of course, I could just ask her, right? That's one thing I can potentially do. Not saying that I can't talk to my grandmother, but just to kind of paint a perspective for like outside viewers or outside, minds. Like, what would it be for the masses versus just one person, right? And so that was kind of the idea I wanted to do, but my professor said, well, why is that important today? And I'm like, well, I don't know. It's important to me. My family, it's important to my family to know this information, but that wasn't a good enough answer. So I had to come up with something different. And so that's what I came up with. Fair, sometimes we make counter argument just to see what the other points of view are. There you go. Thank you, Ajax. That's pretty much kind of what it is. Will the Cuban government ever change? I mean, it could. I don't think it should. In all honesty, I don't really think it should. I don't know if it would actually benefit, like anyone. Maybe the United States somehow. I guess it would benefit them. I don't even know why they want it to be that way. Other than for the standpoint that the United States government has only been trying to take over Cuba for many years, right? Actually, and it's actually funny. Spain, and during my research, I found this. I found this out. Is that the United States government was actually offered up for sale? I mean, the Cuban government was offered up for sale by Spain to the United States, but the United States said no, because the United States says no, we'll just take it over. And now look what happened. Because they're big-headed. They were big-headed. I mean, they still are. All right, I'm getting like all kinds of sideways distracted talking about all this stuff. I need to get this thing built. So anyways, yeah, it's just a different idea, a different perspective. It's not to say it's fully true or not. It's just to say, hey, this is one aspect of all this information that I'm gathering. If that makes any sense. Hopefully not. If it does or doesn't, then oh well. I tried. All right, let me get this out of my inventory. Efrat says USA. Well, yeah. Is still your friend. Fair. Sometimes you may counter. There was a celebrity, I forgot who, was on one of those ancestry shows, and they delved into his Cuban ancestry and why the ancestors left. That's what I wanted to do. Honestly, that's what I wanted to do, right? So my professor, when she first gave the annotated bibliography essay, she said to kind of give you an idea what we want you to write. What I want you to write is write about something you're curious about. And I'm like, you know what? I'm actually kind of curious about my ancestry and so on and so forth, what they were going through at that time. And, you know, kind of maybe what, you know, their experiences might have been like. You missed. And then she basically said that wasn't good enough. I was like, what? Well, and then she goes, well, you got to be able to say why it's important to know this information today and and like what purpose it has. And I'm like, it has purpose to share the history of my family and everywhere where the Cuban citizens are in the United States today. And she's like, well, maybe something a little bit different. You know, history's kind of hard to like delve into, as you said, dive into and like make it an annotated bibliography. And I'm like, okay, let me just and I told her, I was like, just give me some time, let me think about it. And then I came up with this whole idea, and I asked her if this was okay, if this would work, and she said yes. And I said, okay, cool. So it kind of gave me a little bit of what I wanted, a little bit of what she wanted. So I'm like, all right. And in all actuality, maybe what needs to happen is just leave Cuba alone. They were doing fine. They were doing fine. Well, that's maybe different. The idea of that the Cuban government was doing fine before the United States intervened. But still, I say they've been doing pretty good for themselves for the last 60 years and almost proved that they can be their own country. So why not let them? Why not let them? Anyways. Buttons. Fine is a matter of perspective. I'm pretty sure it would depend on who you ask. Yes, I'm pretty sure that's not necessarily what I meant in that particular sense. I meant they've done pretty well considering the circumstances. Is that better said, B? Because I would agree with you. Fine is definitely a subjective. That term is definitely subjective based on everything that's happened. But still, my point being is that they've done good for themselves with everything that they've been given thus far. But that doesn't mean that they couldn't use some improvements, right? They could be doing better. But part of the reason why I would say that they're not doing better is because they've been sanctioned. right? Because of the sanctions, because of the not so good, I guess, influences of the United States. So that's definitely a perspective. Can I place that? Yeah. Torch for the win.
I forgot to drink water.
All right. Damilo un momento. Get these blocks placed. How is my guy still working on this build? LOL. Because I don't have unlimited amounts of time. I'm a college student with lots of homework. Plus, I have 3 kids and a job. So that's why I don't sit here and play video games all day. I think I only get like this much time to play video games. So that's why. Is that good? Hopefully that's good. I don't have a lot of time. Finding as a matter of perspective, my understanding is that tourists are limited strictly as to where they can go and when they can visit Cuba. Yeah, Cuba not done well for themselves for basically since the Spanish acquisition. I would agree. Spanish is definitely one to blame. I mean, I would say the entire Europe, the other side of they're the ones that cause a lot of issues over here in these islands. But I mean, I don't know, right? History's a finicky thing, right? Had not the European countries colonized, we'll say colonized, right? That's what I'm learning in history. That's the word that they're using. I mean, we could say invade, right? Because that's kind of what happened. That's actually what did happen. But they use the word colonize to make it sound not so rude. Had that not happened, things could have been very different for basically history, and somebody else may have done what Europe did do. So it's kind of hard to say. Is what happened good? Is it not? Who knows? Yeah, Cuba not done well on acquisition. An acquaintance visited Cuba, whereas areas were strictly off limits. How is my guy still working? Yeah. No. They really have some good resources, but because of how the peoples are treated, they can't make a go at it, especially with so many communist countries that could take trade with them. Yeah, so that's the thing. I don't know. Maybe they wouldn't change from a communist country. But I mean, they have. I don't know. There is one part of me that says, hey, you know what? If you want there to be change, then let them change, right? Let there be more influence from the United States to enact this potential change, right? Why is that? Is that like 2 slabs? It must be 2 slabs right there. Why that looks like a full dark oak block. Because since Obama, we'll just say, intervened with things and started kind of making, I guess, somewhat of a peace, the citizens have had more and more protests for things to change. And ultimately, I think that's maybe the kind of bigger point, right? Maybe if you allow them to change, they could then change. And that was just the idea that I had gotten when I was doing my research. I'm like, maybe they could change if they were actually given the chance to. Let's see. Oh, I should have grabbed that torch, actually. Because I need a place right there. Nope. That was the wrong spot. Actually, I could place my torch back down. Is it that one? There we go. Is that one right there? Yep. Invading colonization was the norm in the world for the millennia. It really was. It irks me that the USA has become such a nasty place over that aspect. The past is gone, learn from it for the future and move on. Sorry, I may be a little passionate. I have some friends who are risking their lives over there. I think Obama I think the Obama think is more coincidental and has more due to the death of Castro. Yeah, I think the timing might have been perfect too. I agree with that one. I think the timing was better at that point. And had things maybe continued going down that road, there could have been actual change. I think there could have been actual change. But one aspect that I did after doing some one of the things that I did research, and this is how kind of maybe I guess you could say I came up with the idea that, you know what, maybe you give them the chance to change, they will change. There was a one of the pieces of research that I did stated that because of social media is why there had been more and more protests. Like in Cuba to make change. And it's like, okay, well, since that had kind of started happening, one of the things that Raul did, the Cuban president, what he did is say, okay, no more technology or no more like internet basically for the people. And so he kind of, took that away because it wasn't in line with, his, I guess, their ideals. But I mean, I don't know, if you give it enough time of them actually having this, I guess, exposure, then maybe potentially possibly, the people would, do what Fidel Castro did and just overthrow and take over and make change. Maybe. And if all else, maybe not, right? But to at least let, more people have the opportunity to change themselves. Essentially meaning, why not just let people travel a little bit more easily? I want to say freely too, but I don't know if that would actually work using that term. But I will say after the Obama started making some changes, normalizing, sorry, is what they call it, to normalize things between the US and the Cuban government. They actually did have a lot of good positive things that came out of that. And what really hurt them was the fact that it was going and then it all of a sudden just stopped, aka Trump. But, again, maybe I'm just biased to the whole idea of everything because I'm Cuban. That's my family, But I don't know. No, the world may never know. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, Ajax. Small chance. Most of human history is about the majority being ruled by dictators. Yep. Yeah, I mean, I do, honestly. I think the people there deserve better. It's just crazy how close they are and they're not getting better. Things are not getting better, essentially. I think it could be better, but I don't know. Are those supposed to be stone? Those buttons? That looks weird to me. That doesn't look like it fits. The stone buttons. Do I have stone buttons on me? I do not. Let me place this down there so I can try and catch it. Yeah, it's supposed to be stone. Why does that look weird though? I don't like that. I'm changing it. I don't like it. Away with your filth. Oh, I do have stones on me. Oh, I was tripping that I didn't. Yeah, that just goes better. Whee! Okay, I was gonna see if I can catch the dirt, but I guess not. I don't see any other spots missing. Looks like I got everything for the most part. Okay. This wing was really hard to build. Then you have to get a definition of better. Better than what they're dealing with right now. Right now they're having a huge economic problem with money. Like they're having a huge money problem. Like our problems are minuscule compared to what they have going on over there. Also, they're not getting the medicines that they usually would be getting. So medicine, healthcare. Healthcare's kind of gone down the drain. I will say a lot of people are not liking what the new Cuban president has been doing. There was one article that I came across that basically stated that when Fidel was in power, he was able to keep he's the one who kept the communities going essentially. But now that he's gone, well, we'll just say little brother can't quite do it the same way that big brother did. What's up, Raccoon? Hello, friends. So are we, LOL. Yeah, I know. We're all in a pretty bad economic situation. Them so much worse though. So much more difficult though than we are, I would say. Everywhere on that island is bad infrastructure, really terrible infrastructure. Like buildings are just completely out of date. Whatever that might mean. And over there. Like what their standards are, what a building should be. Whoa, somebody built a road. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that. I didn't notice that. That's why I like being up here. You see all kinds of stuff that's happening around you, and it's like you don't miss it. Is that dirt? No. Somebody's working on a pathway. Is this Ajax or is that Polly? Are you doing pathways, Polly? This is cool. I like this. I was there a couple hours ago and you didn't see it. I like this. Oh, Ajax. Ajax is working on it. Nice. Ooh, I have an idea. And I'm going to forget if I don't try to do something with it now. I totally have an interesting idea over here. And maybe what I'll do is I'll I need to restock this, don't I? All right, let me see. I have an idea. I'm not sure how I want to implement it though. Man, it's almost like I would have to have like another shop though for it to work. I mean, I guess maybe not. I could repurpose some of this stuff for my idea. thinking like the blaze rods can be moved. Well, maybe not the blaze rods. Maybe I'll move the bone blocks and the arrows. What's your idea? A gas station, right? You said road, so I'm thinking like maybe what I could do is I could put a car here, like a gas station. We could put a gas station right here. It's like just a little small gas station. And that's why I was like, maybe I could put the arrows in there, right? Because that would kind of make maybe a little bit more sense. At a gas station, you stop and you get kind of the other knickknacks. So you said road, and I had an idea of like maybe a car with a gas station right here. That's my idea. And I don't know if I'm gonna. Oh man, that's a lot. That's a lot to try to do right now. And my redstone stopped working. My redstone stopped working. I guess that's okay. Oh no, it's moving. It's moving. Very slowly. I haven't seen it like close them all down in a hot minute though. Something's broken. Something's broken underneath here. Can I? Something's broken. I don't know what it is. Let me break. I don't know what's broken. My inventory's full. I can't pick up my blocks. What do I not need? I don't need an egg. Need a reset button, probably. I don't know if that's it, because it should have like kept going. Essentially, no matter what. There's a block missing. Somehow. The redstone's not broken, it's just that there's a block missing somewhere. It's missing a block is why. Somebody took a block of my iron. Somebody took an iron block? I think there was supposed to be more redstone than there was iron. Let's see. Let me. I got a bunch of stuff in my inventory. Let me fix this real quick. Need an observer to be updated? No, because there's nothing in front of the observer. That's. Oh, you're talking about like. No, because it's not observers. I'm not using observers. That's why there's redstone. So you got the redstone, powers that, and then powers the piston. I'm not using. There is no observers down here. Well, this observer right here is what's, you know, but that changes. So that's the only observer that I have on the system. Yeah. No, it's there's a block missing. I mean, the block could have glitched. I've seen piston blocks glitch, but it's been a while. I thought that was fixed. Yeah. All right, let me just empty some of this stuff out of my pockets. And then I'll grab some iron, which is not here. Grab some more rockets. Yeah, usually Bedrock good with moving blocks. Yeah, no, I think no, maybe not. Yeah, this should be. Yeah, and that's how that works. Yeah, simple problem was that something was missing. Resolved. And let's place these back. Is that it? Yeah. This one should be turned off. That's okay. Maybe it'll fix itself. Anyway, so yeah, that was my idea, making a gas station right here with all the cars because you said road. I'm like, oh, it would be cool if it was a road. Like an actual road. Man, I don't want to continue writing this essay. I just want somebody to be able to write it for me. I'm like halfway through with it. Speaking of which, I'm gonna cut out early, you guys, just so you know. I'm sorry. I've been messing around for the last hour. I haven't really done much of the build, but that's okay. We got the one wing done. Let me grab these things. I don't know why I have dark oak fence. I don't think I'm using any of that for my build. I need a bed again. And then I'm gonna start working on the other wing. So you've got this, Cuban. Yeah, right? Let me tear the rest of this down. That's what I was trying to do. Let me grab my scaffold blocks. My items laying around all over the ground. Whee! All right. And like a bunch of those went onto the ground. Oh, you know what? This is why I went and bought a bunch of bamboo from the garden shop because, yeah, it just ends up everywhere. Well, let's see. Let's actually go up right here. That should be fine. Nope, I wanted this. And we place that right there. Ah, not what I wanted. Let's grab this. There we go. Now I have a standing platform. Dang research papers. No, I don't think I've ever. Well, I don't remember ever writing anything like this before. Like an annotated bibliography. I mean, I've done research papers, but like not in this like specific like structure the way she wants. My professor. I've also got another paper to do too. I've got my media paper that I have to do. That one should be fairly easy though. That one I can turn in tomorrow. My English paper I got to turn in like tonight. Ah, dang it. Anybody else got anything crazy going on? I sat here and spoke about, you know, my paper and the politics. A bunch. Lots of disagreements. Fair disagreements, too. I'm not saying that you're wrong. Y'all said I was wrong. So y'all are mean. Mean people. Let's make sure I have a floor to stand on. Your granddaughter turned 9 today. Nice, B. 9 years old. I wish I could be 9. Can I be 9? Because I turned 37. I didn't like it. Oh, I need blocks over here. I need some blocks over there. I need what is that? What is that? Is that mud bricks? Those are dark oak planks, right? If I remember correctly. Is this all dark oak? Oh, no, I don't remember. Mud bricks. It's been a while since I had to look at the mud bricks. What is the mud bricks? Mud bricks. Those are spruce planks. Oh, I need spruce. Okay. I was like, what am I missing? What do I need? Because I don't feel like that's right. I'm 12. Yeah, I wish. Banned. Terms of service. Okay, so this is kind of hard. That goes right there. Put that there, that there. And then why are those stairs faced like that? I don't think those are those stairs supposed to be faced like that. I guess they are. Okay, so that one. We get to face down like that. And then when the slab is supposed to go up on the top like that. There you go. That's a spruce stair. It looks like. Or is that oak? Might be spruce. That's actually might be spruce. I don't think I have any spruce stairs. Nope, that's yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. I scented it. That's exciting. You could be 9 if I can retire. I tried retiring, and then I said kids. So yeah, that didn't quite happen. I did. I tried and failed. I didn't do it right. Maybe next time. That is not what is supposed to be playing. I don't know why it does that. Okay. Doon, doon, doo, doo, doo. All right, so we got those. Let's get that one. These. That goes there. That goes there. Nice. Okay. Do I have walls? And I do not. I'll go grab the walls. I wonder if I had put the walls on the other side. I think I did. Yeah, the walls are there. Perfect. Dang it. It's like the scaffolding stopped me from flying, but I couldn't like go up the scaffolding. Why do you slide off the scaffolding so easily? I don't understand. In Java, you slide. In Bedrock, we usually don't. Not unless we're on ice. Shaky hands? No, I was just like no, I don't think so. Not yet. I'm not that old. I'm only 9, remember? Being old has nothing to do with having shaky hands too, by the way. I'm just being, I don't know, odd. Is that right? Yeah. There we go. Such a strange build this is. I just say that because of like the way some of the blocks like ended up getting placed. I think I said it on stream too before. Rotten and I worked on this for a hot minute. Trying to figure out the right way to make the blocks look so that way it didn't look funny. So it just looks weird because of like the, I guess, the way we were trying to get things placed. But it really isn't weird. Is that weird? I don't know if I'd want to be 9 again. Some aspects, yes. Others, no. I mean, I don't remember what it was like to be 9 anyways. Other than, you know, let's see, 9. Let's see, 9. Let's see, if my son is 10, right? Or 11, actually. And we're going with 9, right? So 9 years old, you're what? It's still in elementary. Where was I in elementary? At 9 years old. I went to like 3 or 4 different elementary schools. I want to say 4. I think it was 4 when I was young. It's kind of hard for me to remember because of that. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Like, so if it was one elementary school that I am, the first elementary school, okay, should I say? Yeah, that one I don't want. A lot of home life issues. Agreed. But I think even at 9, I think at 9 even there was one of the schools that I was going to, like, you could be spanked by your teachers essentially if you weren't behaving. Uh-oh. There's unintentional mob farms going on over here. We don't want that. Let's sleep. I don't think I got along with my teacher. I have no problem with that. Okay, so maybe not 9. I always tell people, I'm like, you know what? Maybe high school. That's probably the time that I would go back. 17 years old, I think, is what I would usually tell people. And I would say, because I wasn't an adult, but I had just gotten my driver's license. I didn't get my driver's license at 16 because my father waited. When I could have gone to school, he waited to have me go to, like, the driving school, essentially. But it was funny though, because my father ended up he knew the police officers, and so one of them had told him that if he writes me a note stating that I can drive, like, on my permit, because it was a quote unquote emergency, that if I got pulled over it would be okay. Because my parent told me. And so he did that. Yeah. But yeah, so legally, I guess you could say. Left home at 18 and spent years looking forward to doing so. Yeah, you said that before, B. I remember you saying that. Kids nowadays don't seem to have that same drive. Like the daughter, the oldest, she hasn't shown the interest in driving, and she keeps like, you can't make me, you're forcing me to drive. I'm like, no, I'm just telling you, like, let's go drive. But then she freaks out over nothing, because if I correct her at all, she freaks out. Like, at all, if I make any kind of corrections at all to what she's doing, she says I'm yelling at her, even though I'm not. She makes things such a bigger thing than what they really are. It's so funny. Anyhow, she hasn't shown, like, I just, you know what? I just kind of got to swear. I'm like, you know, fine. If she doesn't want to learn how to drive, she's not going to learn how to drive. That's fine. I have to spend money then on it. That's kind of where I'm at with that. Fine. No sweat. Left home 18. My son's 25. We've been nice to him. He'll never move out. I'm nice to my kids. The only one... Well, actually, I'm nice to all my kids, okay? They just might not see it that way when it comes to punishments. Yesterday, my son got on my bad side again, essentially. And I say that's why I say I'm nice to my kids. They just don't like the punishments. And I say that because he asked me, like, hey, what are we doing for dinner? And I said, their refrigerator's full of leftovers. That's what's for dinner. So go ahead and get yourself something to eat from the fridge. He goes in the house and starts cooking. And I was like, dude, I'm like, that's the garbage I'm talking about, with the straight up disrespect. I said, you asked, I gave you an answer, and you said, you know what, Dad, I'm gonna do whatever I want anyways. I said, that's the kind of stuff that gets you in trouble. Again. There we go. I need some more though. Yeah, let's grab a few more stacks. Or, well, maybe not a few. I don't think I need that many. Should be fine, because I'm not doing this part of the build anymore. I'm glad to be out on my own, but it certainly is a lot more expensive than, yeah. Yeah, there was a video, you're watching on the, the scroll videos. I'm watching the YouTube shorts. And it basically said, my parents said I could do whatever I want when I get older. That was a lie. Because you can't do whatever you want. You can only do whatever you want if you have the money to do so. And I just started laughing. I was like, yep. You can do whatever you want when you get older. You just got to be able to afford it. Welcome to the real world. Or even in some cases, I'll say, like, you can do whatever you want. You just better be prepared to pay the consequences, right? Pay the consequences. However you might want to look at that. Whether it be actual cash or if you do something wrong, it could be a lot worse than just paying a fine. I always try to tell the kids too. I'm like, the word consequences is not bad. Does not mean that something bad is going to happen. Consequences is just the result of doing something else. I knew that was in the wrong spot. Torch. There's a bug in here. What do you want, bug? Buttons on the inside, I think. Yeah, those buttons were supposed to be there. I'm not sure what you're asking or stating. Let's remove that. Put that there. Boom. Then we'll go backwards with it. Or fill everything in and go in the other way. The second row of the trapdoors had buttons next to them. Oh, yeah, I'll double check that. Kind of just wanted to get, I guess, everything filled in. And then I'll go double check the buttons. Planks. I know when I first built this, we're talking about the buttons. We had buttons everywhere. Rotten and I, we had buttons everywhere on this build, and I was like, dude, it's too much buttons. Too many buttons. Button overload. Scrub should probably go to bed now. He didn't sleep very well. Well, if you do, you do. It's all good. We do have it up on YouTube. You can always watch it later if you like. I do appreciate you stopping by, Scrub. Yeah, I've been meaning to speaking of stuff too before you go, I guess. I did want to look up the Java stuff and potentially make a Java server on the other computer, my spare computer that I have sitting here, just to kind of get the idea. At least I don't know if it will run great or not, but at least I would kind of have an idea of how to do it. And then if it ran fine, that would be cool. But I didn't. I've been busy with schoolwork and kids, so I do apologize. I will eventually get around to looking at it and doing more stuff. You know that the summer is getting closer. Okay, we're definitely getting closer to midterms. Actually, or I'm sorry, not midterms, finals. This paper that I'm writing is part of the final, so that's the Cuban essay. Yeah, that's definitely part of my final. So I want to make sure that I'm doing semi-decently with it. It's definitely a different perspective. And this is kind of like the first draft is part of it. So we have to do the first draft, and then we got to go back, and it's got to be... We have to get 5 sources, and then we have to come back and then provide like more sources. And it's got to be, I think, up to like 5 pages long. I think the first one is only... I don't think there's like a page limit or a page amount on the first essay on the draft. But I think on the next one, there's supposed to be... I don't even make any trapdoors. I think on the next one, it's supposed to be like 5 pages. Something like that. Which honestly, I guess it really isn't that bad. I've written a couple of 5-page essays already. It is time consuming though. I ain't gonna lie. Eli? Can you join? Good evening. What's going on? Welcome to the stream. Or if you do, good night, says B to Scrub. No worries, I'm busy with work a lot of the time anyways. Playing bingo with a group of people is definitely a good time. LOL, I already forgot the chat commands over on YouTube. No worries, B. It should be exclamation point server. Exclamation point server if you want to join. This is a community server, is how we do things. People are welcome to join. However, I'm going to say right now, it's not an automatic let's join. Depends on you, depends on how integrated you wish to be with the community and how much of a community person you want to be. This is a community server, so just to keep that in mind. It is not my decision, it is everyone's decision. We do have a couple of people that are trying to join. We actually just had one person join, and that was... Where'd he go? He's out here. He's not here today. We actually just did have somebody join, and that's Raz. Raz just joined last week. Yeah, it was last week. So yeah, definitely check out the Discord. Bedrock. Yes, we are on Bedrock. That's why I play on the Bedrock, because I like to play with others. Better Together was the original name of the game, and therefore, well, not the original name. That was never, I guess, the original. Well, yeah, it was, wasn't it? I don't know. The Better Together update, I think is what they called it. I'm not sure exactly. I don't remember. It's been a while. And, you know, part for that reason is why I like the Bedrock version of Minecraft. Mr. Rotten likes to complain about it, but that's okay. He can complain all he wants. It's not Java. I do not mind the constructive criticism. That's what we'll call it. It's not complaints, just constructive criticism. All right, let's get these trap doors in. If I can. Oh, can I place it above me? Oh, I can. Why not just place it above me? I was going to place them below me. Look at that. It does the same thing. And I think... I got the other ones too, right? Yeah, I got the ones on the backside. Let's place down a piece of block to stand on. Thank you. I need to do it more. There you go. Yay! I didn't want to fall off again. I have to use more rockets. Sorry, I'm catching up right now. What's the code? Okay, you didn't hear me the first time I said it. This is not going to be an automatic join. There is no code for you to join right away. I have to invite you. You must be invited into the server. I think one person at one point said, so it's kind of like Hermitcraft. And I was like, well, I wouldn't necessarily say that, but you do have to be invited like you have to be invited in Hermitcraft. Boom. Womp. That's what Nope said. Nope complains too. Yes, he does. What's up, Sleepy? Do you have any suggestions on laptops or computers for streaming that are reasonably priced, that is? Nope says build your own. I agree. The process could take several weeks depending on your community interaction on Discord and here in streams. I don't really know how to do that, says Scrub. What are you looking for though? Why a laptop out of all things? Like a desktop is going to be better than a laptop, but why particularly a laptop? Is it because you so desire to have something mobile? And even then, so what are you trying to do with the laptop? Are you trying to be able to play Java Edition? Because that's a whole different idea as well. Scrub. Because usually you're going to want something with a decent graphics card or even integrated graphics at this point, depending on like the generation and like the CPU that you get. Because there's actually some pretty good integrated graphics on some of the like newer CPUs that they have out today. So you could always do something like that. But again, but then you're talking about price point. It's like, well, what is your budget then again too, right? Because I mean that's usually the case, right? What was the budget? Well, I mean if you don't have a lot of thousands, I mean I've seen a couple of gaming. They got some gaming laptops that I've seen on the marketplace. I've been looking for like a good laptop for my niece, potentially something from the marketplace versus getting something new for her to go to college with. Or at least spending new money. I think what she's looking for, my niece, in a laptop is new is going to be about $400. I want to say. And so I'm trying to see if I can save myself a little bit of money by maybe getting her something used, and that's just as good. That's not necessarily new. Like she doesn't need a 13th gen processor, but that's like usually with the 12 and 13. 12 is actually, I think, the oldest what they have new in stores right now. I'm like, she doesn't necessarily need a 12th gen. I mean, a 9th gen, the 8th, you know, a 9th gen would be just fine. Let's see. I don't really know how to do that. I currently stream from a cheap, quote unquote, laptop I got to get through college. That you got to get through college. A cheap laptop to get through college. Really? You stream on that? Nice. It struggles to keep up with everything I'm wanting to do. What do you have? What kind of laptop is it? Like, what kind of graphics card is it? What kind of processor is in there? Do you know any of that info? Laptops definitely do have different processors as well. For like just because they're smaller, not a lot of Lenovo. Well, that's the brand. That's the company that put the laptop together. They didn't actually create the laptop. They didn't create the pieces. Is Zoe talking to her dad? So she's not talking to him right now? Okay. So he didn't call at all then? Sorry, I know I'm asking. I'm just making sure that he didn't call and she didn't answer. Because by the court order, they're supposed to have this conversation. But if he doesn't call her, then... Seen who? They should be in the house. Zoe and William, for some reason, like playing underneath the bed, so... Okay, I'll be right back, you guys. Good night. No, just crazy child looking. She looking with her mouth and not her eyes. And tell me she looked around the entire house and she ain't see the kids. I'm like, y'all, you're crazy. And she didn't look everywhere. Whoa. Okay. Fight? What? Got an i5. i5, what's it should say more than that. i5 something. And an Iris XE graphics card? Is that integrated? For some reason that sounds like an integrated graphics card. Kids, yeah, glad I only had one at a time, 16, 17 years apart. Oh my goodness, B. Yeah, that's integrated graphics. That's an integrated. So you have a computer without a graphics card. Is he gone? Did you leave? Did Scrub leave? But Scrub doesn't need to go to bed good night? Yeah, he did leave. Okay. Yeah, I'll send him some messages and see what. Yeah, I'll have to send him like a DM in Discord and see what what he's trying to do. Why is this there? That looks weird. Yeah, that looks better. Okay, I was like, why is that there like that? I don't even know, because it was like that on the other side and I just left it, not really thinking much of it. And I'm like, yeah, let's fix that. That should be the wing in its entirety on both sides. It looks like should be good. Oh, I gotta take those torches down. Scrub's still talking. I thought you went to bed. Go to bed. He said, I'm going to bed. Bye, but he's still here. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Need me to sing you a song? We need to sing you lullabies. No, that's not the case, T. Oh my goodness, so cynical. Not even. Operating on 3 hours of sleep is not usually fun. Probably watch and stream while falling asleep. Buttons below me. All right. The wings are on. We've got wings. That was a lot easier than doing it over here. I had scaffolding, all kinds of crazy. I just made it way more complicated than it needed to be. You live, you learn, I suppose. Let's grab all this. That's not needed. And we'll put that back. Okay, so next part. I guess what I can start doing is working on the inside. So let's go layer by layer again. I just wanted to do this before we started going layer by layer. I wanted to get the wings on there because they were kind of more of the integrated and kind of like weird to get to. Whereas everything on the boat itself right now, I can reach. Right, so I can reach all of this from what's already built down there, I believe. Let's get them all changed. Oh, I can't see the armor stand. It's so hard to see it. There it is. Oh! It's like right there, too. Okay. Go like that. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so yeah, now I can do layer by layer. Just the wings with all the details on them, I figured was going to be a little bit more harder and a little bit more complicated to try to do. And so with this, I should be able to kind of work with this a little bit better. I am going to have to move this scaffolding almost guaranteed, so let's do that now. Because the boat is potentially going to stick out really far. Button to the right, trapdoors. Huh? Buttons to the right, trapdoors to the left. Stuck in the middle with you. That's the song. It doesn't sound as good. I get the concept when you know of it being written on down on the thing in chat, but just didn't sound as good singing it or trying to sing it. Those stairs, yeah. And these are, it's oak and then spruce. Do I have oak? I don't think I have oak up here. Hello, Ajax, yeah. My next video title is going to be called Trolling Cuban while on stream. I mean, isn't that what usually everybody does? Yeah. Buttons to the right, slabs on the left, stuck in the middle with you. Something like that. I don't know. Is that oak? Or is that spruce? They're both spruce. Why did I think one of them was oak? I don't know. My brain. Because there are more stairs. I need more spruce stairs. You're going to use me for views? I mean, you really can't use somebody for views. Doesn't necessarily work that way. In theory, sure, but not necessarily. Either people will genuinely enjoy your content or they will not. Whoops. That's not where that goes. That's not where that goes. Vroom. Oh yeah, I need to get the motorcycle out too. I definitely need to get the motorcycle out. such a nice day out. I was like, oh, I need to get the motorcycle out. I need to change the oil on it. I need to get like some of the maintenance done on it. I need to change the oil on it, do some maintenance, kind of get her right, make sure everything's working, tires, battery, lights, put some like good fuel in it. Oh yeah. And then the wife and I can go take a ride. True if they but if they hold on. True, but if they don't comment, don't sub follow, or don't hit like, but you're still getting views, do they like it or don't they? That's a very complicated question, honestly. I mean, a lot of people don't do all of the above, as what you're asking, essentially. But so like that's why YouTube's algorithm looks at not just views, right? So a single view means that somebody clicked on your video and looked at it. That's a single view. If they looked at your content but didn't watch it continuously, then you know that's not good, essentially. And you have all those statistics within the YouTube Studio as well. You get some of those similar statistics too as well on Twitch. It's just, I think, shown differently, I want to say. But it's similar, very similar. It's gray wool, deep slate. I need some fence posts. I'm just trying to make sure I have enough space in my inventory for other things like that. I don't think I need any levers. I don't know why I have them on me. Maybe because I thought I needed them for some of the redstone lamps that I had. Definitely need to make sure I have extra totems. I'm not sure I'm going to be working with dark oak as much anymore because it looks like it's primarily spruce right now. Go ahead and move the dark oak out. And then let me grab, what do I have in excess of? Spruce, I think? I have a lot of dark oak too. Not a lot of that. Oh, you know what I do? I have, I could probably make a bunch of sticks from. Bunch of jungle. Unless I think I gave it, I think I actually gave it. Or sold it. I had a bunch of jungle logs down here. Nope, these are all leaves. Okay, hold on. Oh, I guess I gave all the jungle away. There's monsters. No, not the monsters. Stay away, skeleton. Alright, where I might have extra sticks, I'm looking. I have these. I have that. I'll take that. Let's craft you into sticks. And that was it, wasn't it? I think it was just like I had some regular oak. Okay. We're counting today's grace. Maybe the views are just individual viewers over time. Yeah, I've looked at the stats. Yeah, so yeah, that's just viewers over time. So yeah, of all time, actually, of all time. So how many views have you gotten over of all time? So it'll show you of all time. All right. oak fence. I know I'm going to need a bunch of these. I don't want to necessarily craft too much. Too many, though. I have the tendency to do that and craft a bunch. I'm like, oh, I didn't really need this many. Yeah, so view count is just like, it's just a count, right? It's just not necessarily anything in imperative. Can have an impact, but not necessarily. What it also looks at too, B and T, I guess, is that how many views you got like in the first hour of your video being posted. So that's another thing too. That's why a lot of people say, oh, streams don't do your channel justice, because you can get more views essentially per hour within the hour of you releasing a video, like releasing a piece of content. So that's like good content usually that you release. Not saying that streaming isn't good content, it's just a different type of content. And so it's viewed differently. And I don't know if the YouTube algorithm actually recognizes that. Me, I just, you know what, lately, ever since there's so much that goes into it and a lot that you have to try to, I guess, focus on. It's like, man, I just want to play kind of a thing. All right. These are all oak. Yeah, these are oak. These are oak stairs. Oak stairs, not spruce. The back side is spruce. The front is oak. I'm going to need a lot more oak stairs. All right, let's craft some more. It is interesting to see what gets watched, whether fully or not, and what doesn't. Yeah, that's fair. I agree with that. It definitely does play a part in what content to make, right? Are you posting videos on YouTube, B? Is that why you're saying such stuff? I gotta head to bed. No worries, Ajax. Appreciate you stopping by. Sorry, things aren't that great. I'm just trying to get this build done. I haven't died. I've just done spur of the moment, no commentary brief ones. No commentary YouTube videos. I've thought about doing something like that at one point. But I don't know if that's what I want. I feel like something might be missing from this front end. That's okay. We'll figure it out another time. It feels incomplete. But I thought about doing some like no commentary videos, but I just didn't know. It's not that I don't know how I would make them, because I've actually had that thought of like no commentary and just making videos. I just didn't know. I guess I don't know if I like doing that type of style. I mean, I suppose I've never done it, so I mean, how could I say if I like that style or not, you know? That looks weird. It's throwing me off that that one spot is missing. Just don't look at it, TNC. Don't look. Don't look. But that I've seen some like no commentary videos, right, where they have lots of views. Like they work really well, so it might work out. It just, you know, you have to build your channel too. Like that's one big aspect of YouTube. I know you have to like build your channel. And things don't just happen. I mean, they that's not entirely true, but very uncommon for things to just happen on YouTube, and then like you just have like a crazy amount of views and things kind of get done. You that's a rarity. It has happened, but it's a rarity. Okay, is there anything else on this layer that I'm not seeing or that I'm missing? I don't think so. I'm not seeing anything. Whoop, 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 whoop. Fell off my perch. You watch some of the longer non-commentary ones? So yeah, some of those I think what people like about the non-commentary videos that are kind of longer, I guess, like that, it's almost like the ASMR, what they say. It's kind of like that satisfaction. Like you just kind of gain that satisfaction of just watching something being done like that. Like it just looks kind of cool, right? Just like, yeah, you kind of just sit there and enjoy it. You don't have to. There's a bug. Sorry, I'm trying to go away. Did I get it? I think so. I think I got it. It wasn't bothering me until it started flying in front of my face. Okay, I seen it earlier. I just wasn't worried about it until, like I said, until I saw it flying in my face, and I'm like, you know what? Get out my face, man. Don't appreciate you. Gotta get some lava right there. Huh? It's a weird spot for lava. Let me grab my bricks. But again, the viewpoint has to be right. The view has to be right, because there's some like not so good ones, I think, where they don't have they don't have necessarily good view, like a good viewpoint. Yeah, I need lava in there, and a piece of glass and my copper. Lava, glass, and copper. It's gonna be too early for Dadcraft days, isn't it, B? I think I needed that one. I need a bucket of lava and a piece of glass. Where? I had some glass over here. Oh, there's a lot. There's a bucket. I can go find me some lava. I feel like I should have some glass around here. Why don't I have glass? Okay, let's go find some lava, which I think I know where I can get some from, and then I'll grab some glass. We'll make the clear glass. I should have some glass in here. Here we go. I don't think I need that many, but that's okay. I'll take... Actually, you know, I think I have a lava bucket right there. Look at that. We'll just throw that one in there. we'll sleep. You have no one else do Minecraft? Yeah, they make bug zappers for indoors. Hubby bought one, but never used it. Well, that kind of seems to defeat the purpose of having a bug zapper inside even. Okay, B. It's interesting though that you're making videos. That's cool. Let's do the clear. Let's grab that. And lava bucket. I think this is supposed to be like the engine. That's supposed to be like the engine room. Like, yeah. We're getting there. We're getting there. And this is like a gear that's sitting right here. All right, I'm curious on what is on the next layer. Ah, I missed it. Oh my dang it. Oh my goodness dang it. I missed it. I couldn't say words. Come on. We'll do it this way. How many more hours before finishing it? I have no idea, B. I want to say if I can connect while driving down the road, I might do it. Like going to my niece's graduation. I might work on it, but that's not entirely true. What would probably be better used at that time is to work on the pack. But yeah. I mean, I'll have more time this summer, right? That's kind of what I'm looking forward to and looking at. I'll have more time this summer, right? Because I won't have anything going on during the day, right? No classes, no school. What I will be doing, actually, I will have some things going on during the day. But it won't be like homework and stuff like that. And I will definitely want to like take a break and chill out for the day or for the night. Because what my plans are is to work on stuff around the house, the yard. So actually this entire shed is going to get redone. That's probably going to be one of my first things that I start working on during the summer. Is in the days I'm probably just gonna start. I'm probably just gonna take everything out of here, honestly. And then once I get everything out of here, I'm gonna try and like maybe I probably won't take everything out, honestly. But my plan is to kind of get all my tools and stuff out. I want to get all the unessential things out of here essentially, and kind of reorganize everything that I have in here. But before I do that, okay, I say the first thing was probably going to be this. No, that's just the main thing on my mind. That's, I guess, if you were to put my goals into an essay, right? The title of my essay is going to be to make my workstation better. I don't know. But yeah, so I need to get a shed moved. I'm going to move a shed essentially. Once I get the shed moved and positioned and placed how I want it, which I'm still trying to work out where and how, I think I just need to get things cleaned up around outside. But once I get the shed positioned where I want it, all these tools are going in that shed. Right now, the other shed is being used for storage. So once I get that shed reorganized, like emptied, and then like kind of get everything put in there, then I'll have everything. Then I'll start getting everything reorganized in here. So lots like a different, just kind of different things that I'm going to be doing. to try to, make my, I guess, workspace a little bit better, nicer, happier. And in doing all of this too, because I gotta do a bunch of stuff around outside of the house, as well as the wife wants her shed to basically be worked on, so I'm gonna work on her shed. I'm gonna get her shed or reorganized and set up, situated, as well as my son's room. That needs to get finished as well. I didn't finish it last summer because just things got out of hand or got too busy, and then I started school, and then things got really, work, and then Is she shed? Yes. She said that's too much. She said she wants a she shed. She said she shed. Yeah, try saying that really fast and it's blurry. It could be you. Is that just me? It could be. Sometimes you have to refresh. Depends on if you're on Wi-Fi, then that's probably the problem. She shall get a she shed. Yeah, pretty much. All right, I do need to hit back this essay, because I was talking about essays again. I need to hit this essay back. Clear out the moment for me. Gets blurry at times when he's moving around. Oh, you're talking about when I'm doing this? That's just because there's too many different things going on in the screen and compression and stuff. Is that what you mean? I mean, it's going to get blurry either way, but I think I know what you're talking about. But anyways. Yeah, so, that's what is that on? Have a good and productive night. Yes, B, I need to get this essay done. I do appreciate it. I kind of want to hang out some more, but I can't, so no, I got to get stuff done. Anyhow. All right, well, I'll talk to you guys later. There's no raids, it looks like, according to B. I don't think I have anybody on here. I do not. I think Dadcraft usually comes on, so maybe you guys can go hang out with him and enjoy him. But thank you guys all for hanging out tonight. I do appreciate it. Let's go ahead and run the end credits, and we'll get out of here. Delaney doing real Lego, but that's all. We can do a raid if you like, B. We had B's resub for 48 months. 46? 47, I don't know, that's a lot. Hey, Jax, B Silver. Squid, No Polly, Rotten, Sleepy, T, and Raccoon all here hanging out in chat. Thank you guys, do appreciate it. Without any further ado, ladies and germs, we'll catch you on the next stream. Probably not going to be on Wednesday, not unless I can find some extra time, but just so you're aware. Talk to you guys later.